So, got rid of one of my old scopes, part X'd it with Optics Warehouse for this lovely little thing. From the videos and reviews I've seen of it so far, looks like a really nice scope, and it's hopefully gonna replace. Too late, I can't get my words together. Replace about 3 of my scopes. So my air rifle, my 2.2 long rifle, and my 2.23. Maybe the 308 is not, but we'll see. So yeah, I mean, Optics Warehouse once again in this packaging, in the big cardboard box it came with. There's crap ton of packing peanuts, so make sure you've got a bin bag ready. Yes, it's a nice box anyway. Nice pictures, nice information. I'll put that to one side and get to the actual thing itself. Lovely case, probably the best case I've seen come with a scope or anything really. I mean, it would have been nice if Hick could have done a nice little hard case like this for the Lynx Pro LH19, or even just a slip-on cover that could go over it, because even this lanyard piece here, this really thin piece of string that they give you for that is not great, and it's actually cut through the piece of plastic there. So if they done like an optional hard case to go over it, so that you could actually tie it to a lanyard a bit more securely, that would be brilliant. I'm trying to work something out by 3D printing the case so that it actually has a proper mount for it, but that's for the future, I suppose. Yeah, let's get back to the scope. So let's open it up. So this is the first time I've opened this up as well. So I literally only got in from work about an hour ago. So first thing I'm definitely going to be putting on charge are these branded 18650. The 18650. Similar style. Yeah, they look like 18650s, but they say something else on it. Yeah, but that might just be down to the branding. But definitely going to put them on charge. Charger, cable and data transfer, USB 3, USB-C. It's good to see that they're sticking with the USB-C type stuff. Hopefully they do stick with it. 2 of these, I believe they're CR123As. Therefore the actual scope itself for additional battery. Yeah, pretty well padded, pretty thick. Even the clips feel pretty heavy duty, nice and weighted. Don't know how much I'd actually use this case after, but maybe I'd put my thermal in it, the spotter, maybe the IR torch, so that'll probably come in handy that way. Little lens cloth. Now, don't know if it's actually branded or it's just a generic white cloth. Yeah, it's generic white cloth. Must have about 30 of these around the gun room. Manuals. This is for the IR torch. Not going to be anything of really anything you really need a manual to know about, unless you want to learn a bit of Chinese, I suppose. but there is English in there. Scope spacers, they're just like little grip pads that go in the scope mounts. Make sure it doesn't twist or come loose once mounted to whatever you choose to mount it to. Little thank you card. Yeah, I suppose that's kind of nice. I suppose the new Hikmicro site app. Now I've had a little look into that, and so glad they finally come out with an actual app. When I was spotting with a friend using the Lynx Pro, it was I got a third party app that ran it. Can't remember what the app was, but it's a third party app anyway. But the only problem with it really was the fact that you had to have it in portrait mode. Now, like this phone here, I've got on like a little tripod, and I have most of my stuff landscape, especially when filming. So it would have been nice if that app had it, but yeah, I'm glad to see that the Hikmicro have actually come out with an app with that ability as well. So once you do put it in landscape, you know, on your dashboard, or if you've got a suction mount, I've actually got a suction mount roundabout somewhere around here that suckers onto your car, takes a tripod mount, and you can just literally keep your phone on there so you can have a friend spot, and then when you're in night vision you can get a rough idea of what they're seeing, what they're spotting. Yeah, like I said, a manual book. It's got the apps to install. Nothing amazing apart from multiple languages. This is probably the scope, the IR torch bracket. Little Allen key. So that'll probably go anyway. Probably just go in the tub of Allen keys of many. Yeah, use my multi-bit for most pieces. Nice little mount, little quick release mount. It's quite nice. Yeah, nothing really too much to say about it, but yeah, it's good they include it. Although I have got the adjustable mount, so I'll be using the PBIR laser from Paul Baker. Is it Paul Baker? Yeah, Paul Baker. And then I just got a cheap Optic Fire adjustable torch mount, so I'll be running that. So hopefully you'll be able to get some really good distance and clarity, especially with the scope being as good as it is, and that's with the factory IR that it comes with, which is the next thing we're going to be looking at. Now this is quite weighted as well. From the pictures that I saw and videos that I've been looking into, I actually thought this might be like a cheap plastic housing, but actually it's pretty weighty. Yeah, variable brightness. It's quite nice. And focus. But yeah, that feels quite rugged, which is nice to see. Some waterproof, water-resistant washers, I suppose. So you can take this out in probably most weather conditions. But yeah, that's actually quite a nice torch. It's not amazingly heavy. Obviously there is a big size difference between the two. But yeah, hopefully do a side by side on those two. I think what it comes with is probably going to be more than sufficient enough for most people. And something which I was going to buy a little while ago. So it comes with a little manual. I was actually going to buy a new battery charger because my ones are starting to give up the ghost. I've been using this single piece that yeah, I've had for years. It's been chucked in the back of a cupboard for years. It just seems to not be very reliable on actually charging. Sometimes I put it in on a totally dead battery and it says it's full charged. So it'd be good to see that gone and have more reliability on charging. This charger also uses the same USB-C, which is great because I've got plenty of them around. Being a Samsung user, I have loads of these USB-Cs around, which is nice. Be nice to sort of mount it up here as well. So if I can figure out a way, would have been nice if they put a little sort of like wall mounted hole there that you could do something like that, because you don't want to always have stuff on your desk or wherever you plan to keep it, but it would have been nice to have something, you know, for me anyway, hooked up there, out the way. I can see the display and know that it's always charging, or at least it's fully charged. Right, so now on to the actual scope part. Once again, nice thick foam insert there. Yeah, not too sure why it's upside down. Maybe that's meant to be upside down. Seems to fit a bit better. But this is heavy. This is proper heavy. Let's move this out of the way for a moment. I'll just show you the base of the case. But yeah, it's got a nice fitted insert. Definitely will be using that. I'll probably put one of my old rifle scopes inside there. Keep it safe. So like I say, this is going to be replacing about 3 other scopes. Let's put that back in the box. And yeah, the main piece that we all want to see, and it's heavy. I mean, it's probably slightly heavier than my Hawk Vantage 6x24 first focal plane scope. Actually feels slightly more weighted. It's nice. Buttons have a slight audible click, which I think is nice. Main power button obviously being the loudest. The other two are pretty quiet, which is good, but I prefer to have something a bit of an audible click. That way I know I pressed it and know it's actually working. The rubber eye cup, I suppose I'll see how I'll get on with that. But with the Pard 007 original one, which I had prior to purchasing this, it was always folded back anyway. The little side port. Yeah, it's nice to see that they, put a screw in a little piece of cabling. Don't know how long that cabling is going to last. It doesn't feel like metal, but it has got some sort of metallic sheen to it. Once again, USB-C for downloading your photos and videos. It's your menu button. It's quite nice, very positive clicks. It sort of like knocks its back itself into clicks. Don't know if you can hear. Central button. Obviously it's quite audible, but can't see you really needing to change through the menus whilst you're actually out doing what you need to do. And top here, have a little waterproof gasket, yeah. And that's for the CR123As to give you a little bit extra of night vision. A little bit extra runtime. But I don't think I've actually been out for more than 12 hours before, so should be able to cope with the internal battery. And the scope, the objective side. It's pretty nice. Mirror lens, so you can see yourself in there. But yeah, I'm going to try and figure out if I can turn this lens cap round, because that is going to bug me, the fact it's upside down. I'll do that off camera. The front focus is quite stiff, but I'm sure once mounted to a rifle it's probably going to be quite nice to use, and after time it will loosen up and be a bit better. But yeah, that's my unboxing of the Hikmicro. Is that A50? Yeah, I've forgotten that's getting on to bedtime, I must say. Yeah, the Hikmicro ALPEX A50. I am stoked to get this rifle scope and give it a go, hopefully this Sunday. So I'll upload this video now, and I will firstly put it on the air rifle, setting that's profile A in the list of profiles that you can do, and then profile A2, I think it is. I think that's how it's running. I'll have the 22LR, and then A3 will be the 223, A4 possibly the 308, or I might put it as my 223 varmint grenade loads, because the point of impact on these is a big difference between normal 55 grain standard loads coming out at 2847 feet per second, I think it was, compared to these that they're knocking on 3500 feet per second. These are 50 grains, so these are proper hot rounds when they're coming out of that barrel, and the suppressor doesn't exactly do it any justice, because you may as well not have one. But yeah, I'll make a video hopefully on Sunday, little brief one on zeroing it in on the air rifle and the 2.2, possibly 2.23 if I have time. Yeah, stay tuned. Cheers.